Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's question comes from one of our curious viewers, Thunder Nugget 42. Thanks for the awesome suggestion, Thunder Nugget. You asked, where did the phrase lightning in a bottle come from? Well, it's a phrase that sounds like it belongs in a superhero origin story, or maybe a questionable energy drink. But believe it or not, it's actually rooted in science, history, and just the tiniest bit of insanity. So, if you've ever used this phrase without knowing what it really means, or if you just want to know why people keep talking about bottling thunderstorms, stick around, because we're cracking open the shocking story behind lightning in a bottle, right here on Explaining Everything. First things first, what does lightning in a bottle even mean? Well, these days it's used to describe something rare and almost impossible to achieve, like writing a hit song in 5 minutes, or getting your cat to actually listen to you, or finding a pair of matching socks on laundry day. It's basically capturing something wild, chaotic, and uncontainable, and somehow managing to contain it, which honestly sounds like the plot of every Marvel movie. But where did it come from? Let's rewind history, put on our storm-chasing boots, and get zapped with some knowledge. Let's take it literally for a second. Capturing lightning in a bottle. Yeah, good luck with that. Lightning is a massive electrical discharge from the sky. A single bolt can heat the air around it to 30,000 Kelvin. That's hotter than the surface of the sun. You're not catching that in a bottle unless your bottle is made of Thor's hammer and good intentions. But the idea of trying to trap lightning isn't entirely fictional. And this is where our boy, Ben Franklin, enters the chat. In 1752, good old Benjamin decides, hey, you know what would be fun? Flying a kite during a thunderstorm with a metal key attached. Because that's what scientists did before safety regulations were a thing. While Franklin didn't actually trap lightning in a bottle, he did conduct electricity through the key, proving that lightning and static electricity were basically electric cousins. It was groundbreaking science and also a great way to electrocute yourself. Now, this experiment became famous, and the image of harnessing lightning got stuck in people's minds. And not just because Ben Franklin nearly fried himself. It symbolized the impossible becoming possible, the untamable tamed. It's like getting a toddler to nap when they're hopped up on fruit snacks. But even with all that drama, the actual phrase lightning in a bottle didn't become common for quite a while. So here's the twist. While people were obsessed with the idea of controlling electricity in the 18th and 19th centuries, the phrase lightning in a bottle didn't become popular until the 20th century. The earliest known uses pop up around the 1930s and 1940s, but it really took off in the 1950s and 60s, especially in America. Why? Because America was booming with wild innovation. Nuclear power, rock and roll, TV dinners, everything felt like magic in a microwave. People needed a phrase to describe when they had stumbled onto something amazing, explosive, and rare. And what better image than lightning, literal chaos, getting stuffed into a little old glass bottle. Boom. Metaphor gold. By the 1980s, the phrase had become mainstream. It was used to describe hit songs, incredible sports plays, startups, and basically every Steve Jobs keynote ever. Then came the buzzwordification of America. That's a real thing. Okay, it's not, but it should be. Suddenly, everyone and their boss was using lightning in a bottle in meetings. That marketing campaign? Total lightning in a bottle. This app is lightning in a bottle with AI integration and blockchain synergy. Translation: we have no idea how this worked, but it's amazing, and now we're terrified we can't do it again. The phrase got so big that it became the name of a music festival, a movie, and probably a cologne that smells like burned wires and ambition. It's the go-to way to say, we got lucky, but let's pretend it was genius. So why has this phrase stuck around like glitter in a carpet? Because it's relatable. We've all had those moments that felt like boom, the stars aligned, like catching the perfect wave, or baking banana bread that actually tastes good. Lightning in a bottle is that rare combo of timing, luck, and some sprinkle of magic that can't be planned or replicated. It's the cosmic jackpot. It's your dog actually posing for a photo. It's your grandma nailing a TikTok trend. It's beautiful and chaotic, just like lightning. So, there you have it. Lightning in a bottle. A phrase born out of scientific curiosity, metaphorical madness, and that eternal human desire to control the uncontrollable. It went from Ben Franklin's keychain experiments to boardrooms, to billboard charts, to BuzzFeed headlines, to probably your aunt's inspirational Facebook post with a blurry sunrise in the background. And now, you know, you are officially smarter than you were 5 minutes ago. Boom! Lightning! If you enjoyed this video, or if you now acquired a new phrase to say every time you think of something clever, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.